Hey guys, and welcome. Yesterday afternoon, the Norrland Easter Egg in Battlefield 2042 was finally activated, and it does not only give you 4 new player cards and a new weapon charm when completed, but also some very interesting information about Season 3, its map location, and probably even the new specialist. So I looked through all of it again this morning and puzzled the pieces together, and it's indeed quite interesting. And we're gonna start with the map location, cause that's probably the easiest part. When you find the last radio on each of the 4 maps, there is a 4-digit code plate, followed by a short instruction from Crawford where he says that the code needs to be put together. The 4 numbers are always the same for everyone and also the order it is given. And when you put it together, you will have coordinates that lead to a location in the north of Sweden. And while we already knew that the new map will be located in Sweden, and this was also officially confirmed by DICE in yesterday's development update, we didn't know the exact location. But that seems to change with the coordinates. The location that gets marked is called Kiruna and is close to the Abisko National Park in Lapland. And while this landscape is absolutely stunning and beautiful to look at, it's only where the actual map and its environment will be located. But what will the map be exactly? Well, this was not officially confirmed yet, but the transmissions of the radios and also the unlockable player cards give us very good hints to this, and not only to the map, but probably even to the new specialist. Plus, our data miner Temporal had also found more details about it in the game files, and he has leaked that the new map will be called Spearhead, which was formerly known under the working title Lights Out, and that the map will feature an arms factory operated by Nordvik. It doesn't seem to be a snow map though, and also not a night map, but probably something with weather effects like storm and thunder. The Easter egg and its transmissions tell us a little bit more about all of this, but for a better understanding we have to go back to the start of Season 2 and to the details we got about Crawford. Cause in the profile we got about him back then, one of the first sentences was that the Exodus, the home of our nopads, intercepted a transmission from someone claiming that he has a lead to a terrorist called Oz that the Americans are trying to find for a long time now. And the speaker of this transmission was none other than the black market dealer Charlie Crawford, our specialist from Season 2. So the audio files we hear from the radios right now is this exact transmission that the Exodus received. And Crawford is indeed talking about the terrorist Oz, but also a lot more. On the stranded radios, he starts to explain that the dark market was paid by Oz to steal a technology from Black Ridge that is called Steadfast Refuge, and Black Ridge is the secret research center that was uncovered by the landslide on the Season 1 map Exposure. So it's all pretty connected here, and back then Crawford was there to lead the job and do the deal. Then on the radios of Kaleidoscope, he is talking a bit more about the companies the black market has under control, and one of them is Nordvik, the company written on the radios. It's used to smuggle several weapons and gear for the dark market, but it's also a weapon manufacturer itself. On renewal, Crawford goes a bit more into detail with this and tells that Nordvik supplies America with new war technology, and he specifically points out railgun tech. And that's a hint to a new vehicle that we will surely see with Season 3, and it was also accidentally shown by the official Battlefield Twitter account just a few weeks ago. Cause there was a short video posted that should showcase the M16 assault rifle, but in the background a new tank was visible, and this one is a railgun tank. It's needless to say that the video was deleted within a short time, but there was still enough time for me to make a screen recording of it on my phone so we can have a look at it now. Going back to Crawford, he was also talking about the Shearwater 2 satellite that Oz also received from the dark market, and that in combination with the technology stolen at Black Ridge, Oz would be able to build a weapon that no one has ever seen before. And Crawford assumes that Oz is building this weapon at one of Nordvik's facilities at the location the codes are pointing to, which would be Kiruna in Sweden, like I already showed before. In addition, he says that a loyal ally of Oz was tasked to oversee the operation, and this guy is described as a real hardliner. And that's probably the next specialist he's talking about here. So it looks like in Season 3 we are heading to a facility of the weapon manufacturer Nordvik that is located in the region of Kiruna in Lapland in Sweden, and over there a never before seen weapon is assembled right now, built with technology stolen by the black market and guarded by a real hardliner. And as if this is not enough, the 4 new player cards that can be unlocked with the Easter egg give away a little more info about this scenario. So at the description of the first player card that is unlocked after finding all radios on Stranded, there is a conversation of 4 people, the broker, the jaguar, the dragon and the sparrow, about a job Nordvik should do for them. The jaguar, the dragon and the sparrow are the council of the black market, and their true identities are a secret, but their motivation is to seek revenge against the world powers, as they believe they have been exploited and abandoned when their countries collapsed. The picture of the card shows a row of AC-42 assault rifles while they are assembled. Then, looking at the next player card that was unlocked with the radios on Kaleidoscope and that shows the welding process of an M5C Bolte, there is a conversation between a person called Bergman and an unknown person. And this is again about this job and how Bergman doesn't really want Nordvik to assist a terrorist. And with that he means us again. But Bergman is also not unknown for us, cause in one of the pictures we got before the start of Season 2, where Crawford was teased, we can see the name Oscar Bergman on the side, and he's apparently making a deal with Crawford at this moment, so he's probably a link between the dark market and Nordvik. Then the next card, which is the one from Orbital, is where it gets a little more interesting, cause it describes the Nordvik factory where Oz is assembling his weapon. And this seems to be a perfect and isolated space where a man called Dr. Voros can work in peace while thousands of 3D printers hum in autonomous harmony. And Dr. Voros is surely the scientist behind all of this and the one actually building the weapon. Oz, on the other hand, is described as his caretaker and the one obtaining all the necessary parts. In the picture of the card, we might also get a first look at one of the new weapons. And then, at the last player card found on Renewal, there is someone else described, and that seems to be the hardliner that Crawford mentioned as well. This guy would sometimes tour the facility in the middle of the night cause it gives him the ability to stretch his new legs. That were also a gift from Oz. And even though he is a long way from home, he needs to fight for the future here at this place and will also protect it with his life. And I'm pretty sure that this describes our new specialist. Plus, in the picture we get another look at the new railgun tank. So this was a lot of info right now and a lot of lore around Battlefield 2042, and that is actually very interesting, but I would have preferred to play it in some kind of single player campaign instead of just reading about it. But it is what it is, and it looks like our new specialist might be someone with prosthetic legs and probably even more technology attached to his body, and it will also be an assault specialist, cause that's what we learned from yesterday's development update already. Nevertheless, you should take all of this with a pinch of salt, because it's just speculation right now and trying to put the pieces of the Easter egg puzzle together, but not much is officially confirmed yet. If you have a theory about all of this yourself, be sure to write it in a comment below, and if you haven't done yet, subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm the Catwoman, and you are awesome.